The Florida manatee is Florida state marine mammal. This is a large aquatic relative to the elephant. They are grayish and brown color and have thick, wrinkled skin on which there is often a growth of algae. Their front flippers help them steer and sometimes crawl through shallow water. They also have powerful, flat tails that help them propel through the water. Despite their small eyes and lack of outer ears, manatees are thought to see and hear quite well. Their size averages between 8 to 13 feet and weigh between 44 to 1,300 pounds. Manatees are well known for their gentle, slow-moving nature. Manatees have also been known to body surf or barrel roll when playing. They normally rest and feed often. Manatees communicate by squealing underwater to demonstrate fear, stress, or excitement. Manatees go to the surface of the water every 3 to 5 minutes to breathe, although they can remain underwater for longer, holding their breath for up to 20 minutes. There are 3 species of manatees: West Indian manatees, West African manatees, and Amazonian or South American manatees, but the ones that we're going to be mainly talking about is the West Indian manatees.
Typically found in shallow coastal areas and rivers where they feed on seagrass, mangrove leaves, and algae. Herbivores munch on food for almost half the day, eating 10% of their body weight in plant mass every day. West Indian and West African manatees spend their lives on the cusp between salty and fresh water. They are able to maintain the correct balance in their bodies through an internal regulation system that works with the kidney to make sure salt concentrations never get too high. It is believed that the West Indian manatees require some access to fresh water in order to stay hydrated, but they are able to easily move in between the 2 ecosystems. Manatees take up residence primarily in Florida's coastal waters during winter. Some individuals migrate as far north as the Carolinas or as far west as Louisiana in the summer. Manatees have swum as far north as Cape Cod, Massachusetts in recent years. They can be found in the warm waters of shallow rivers, bays, estuaries, and coastal waters. Rarely do individuals venture into waters below 68 degrees Fahrenheit.
The U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service has proposed to move the West Indian manatee from the endangered species and reclassified it as threatened after significant improvements in the population and habitat conditions. The manatees were among the first species added to the list in 1972. There were only an estimated 1,267 manatees in Florida when the agency began aerial surveys of the population in 1991. Today, there are more than 6,300 in Florida, as a 500% increase in the species population in the state. Manatees have no natural predators in the wild, but humans have played a large part in making all 3 species at risk of extinction. About half of the West Indian manatee deaths are caused by humans, and most are due to boat collisions. Manatees are quite buoyant and use their horizontally placed diaphragm in breathing to control their buoyancy. This and their average speed of 3 to 5 miles per hour means that manatees are way too slow to escape from the path of speeding boats. As a tragic result, chemical pollution that is produced from these newly developed coastal areas that travel into manatee habitats has now impaired their immune system, thus putting them at risk for life-threatening infections. In 2010, at least 246 manatees died in Florida due to cold stress from the colder than normal water.
Did you know that manatees only breathe through their nostrils, since when they're underwater, their mouth is filled with eating? 2/3 of their body is covered with their lungs. One more fact, West Indian manatees have no natural enemies. That means they can live up to 60 years or more. And we just keep coming with fun facts and fun facts about manatees. Florida manatees congregate at power plant discharge pipes where the water is warm. And last but not least, manatees evolved from the same land animals as elephants over 50 million years ago. So if you're wondering where you could find these manatees, they're located in southwest Florida, but specifically at the Lee County Manatee Park, Three Sisters Springs, located in Crystal, Florida, and the Lovers Key State Park, which is located in Fort Myers Beach.
Ready.
Did you know that manatees only breathe through their nostrils because when they're underwater, their mouth are full with, oh my god.
Through an internal regulation system. Their size averages between 8 to 13 feet and weigh between 44 to 1,300 pounds. Manatees are well known for their gentle, slow-moving.
Munch on. Sorry, can I restart?
Just because of his accent.
You see out there, there's a manatee floating in the waters.